Got Wemby as the MVP. You like that?
Nah, I don't like that.
Oh,
bro.
wow, bro. So who the MVP?
Luca, but I got Luca as my MVP, bro.
So first off, Luka is top 5 MVP. I will say that. He's top 5. But he's like 4. I say he's 4th.
You put Luca 4th in the MVP
Yep.
race.
I have Wemby first, SGA second, Nikola Jokic.
See, that's the part right
Yeah,
there.
you're
That's
right.
the
You're
part,
right.
you know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying?
I put Luka third. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Here's why Luka, he's doing great. He's dropping 60-point games. He's played 62 games this season. His team is third. He's averaging 33 points a game. Over the last, I believe, 4 or 5 games, he's averaging about 39 points a game. He's doing great, but the issue is this. He wasn't doing this all year. Was he scoring points? Absolutely. But was his team flourishing the way they're flourishing now? Was he playing defense the way he's playing defense right now? Was he playing it all year like that? Nah. MVP is not part-time, my boy. It's not part-time. Do they win without him? No. Has he improved in areas? Yes. That's what development is. But he's not the MVP for that reason. You got to do it the entire time.
No, that's fair to say.
That's all I'm saying. Is he good? Is he great? Am I entertained? Am I impressed? Heck yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Luka's doing, man. I actually became a Luka fan, man. I find myself playing 2K sometimes and going, let me get the Lakers, man. Luka, go to work.
Yeah, that's actually insane. Bro.
Lakers, let's go to work.
That's actually insane, bro.
But then I put SGA ahead of him. SGA for obvious reasons. Right? Team number 1, he's averaging 31 points. He's played 62 out of 74 games. Out of the 9, but here's the thing. Here's my thing with SGA being number 2. He missed 9 games in February, right? The OKC lost to the Spurs, Rockets, and Milwaukee in February. But they lost to these teams with less than 10 points a game. So what that says to me is they have a great system in place. Now, that system doesn't thrive without SGA, but when he's not in the game, when he's not on the court, when he's not playing, they still can ball. He's still the MVP. He's still the second for MVP, but I believe Wemby creates more. SGA, he's doing great things, though. He's shooting about 72%. He only gives his team about 2 turnovers a game, so he's not hurting his team. I like him, but he's just not better than Wemby right now.
See, my thing with SGA, he hasn't had his co-star, Jalen Williams, for the majority of the season.
Fair.
And Chet hasn't stepped up or developed to the level that
Chet averaging like 17 points. What you want him to do?
Yeah, but I would imagine he would be doing more for the team.
He's a 17 to 21 point scorer.
Okay, that's
like he's
fair.
always been a 17, 21 point scorer. I don't expect him to jump out there and score 30. But listen, I'm looking at these stats. SGA has almost 8 guys on his team averaging over 10 points. Like some guys like 9.8, 9.5, but he got roughly about 8. So what that says to me is that guys can score 9 one night and they might can score 15 another night. And they all have the freedom to shoot the basketball. So anybody can get hot any given night. Is SGA still the guy? Yes, but does he have a great team? Absolutely. In fact, all of them got good teams. I think all the guys who's in the running for the MVP, it's not old school. It's not Allen Iverson putting his team on his back and everybody getting awards because Allen Iverson brought him to the limelight. No, this is a good team. These are good teams. But for me, I like Wemby. Wemby averaging 24 points right now, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks. His team is number 2. But they're about 2 games away from OKC. He played about 59 games out of the 74 so far. When Wemby's out, they're 10-4. When Wemby's in the lineup, they're about 46-13. So they carry a 78 winning percentage with them. Out of all the teams, when I look at the teams that they play, right? When I look at the teams who matter, right? The Rockets, they beat that series 3-1. OKC, they beat that series 4-1. Boston, 2-0. Denver, 1-1. The Pistons, 2-0. The Knicks, 1-1. The Lakers, 3-1. When Wemby's on the court, he brings so much gravity. So even if he doesn't have the ball, guys need to double him. People need to double around him. So what happens is, because everyone's sinking in and making sure he does not get the ball, it leaves the shooters open. It leaves all these guys open to create shots for themselves. He's 22 years old. The upside is tremendous. If he wins MVP, he'll be the second 22-year-old to win the MVP. And the first person is Derrick Rose. But he's actually younger than Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was 22 in 196 days. And Wemby is 22, 82 days. That's what I'm saying. Listen, bro. I mean, when you think about this kid's upside, it's amazing. And he changed a couple of things in his game. That's what brought the team from not making the playoffs to making the playoffs this year. Last year, he was shooting almost 9 threes a game. This year, he's shooting 5. He's shooting 5 threes a game, man.
You see his comments on why he should be the MVP this season?
No, I didn't. What would you say?
One of the things he mentioned was basketball is a two-sided court, and defense is part of basketball.
Fact.
And it sparked the conversation. It should defense be under consideration in deciding MVPs? Because previous MVPs, they haven't been defensive-oriented players. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The defensive side wasn't a main focus. So should that be taken under consideration for Wemby's case in being MVP?
Absolutely. That makes all the difference in this game. But here's the issue you're gonna have with Wemby. He's 7'5". Is he 7'3" or 7'5"? 7'5"? 7'4", 7'5", somewhere around there. But people are gonna devalue his defense abilities because of that. But see, I watch him off the ball. His ability to get from one side of the court to the next off the ball is tremendous for a guy his size. He's going to be in the Defensive Player of the Year award conversation for many years. It's going to get to a point where people get exhausted of seeing him with the Defensive Player of the Year. You know, so I think that definitely comes into play. But what he's doing on the court right now for the points that he have. I mean, he's doing that under 30 minutes a game. So when he gets to the playoffs, he's definitely going to be reserved. He's definitely going to be ready to go. So we talked about SGA. We talked about Luka. Let's talk about Jokic, man. Jokic, I'll say, I might wake up tomorrow morning and be like, I will put Jokic ahead of Luka. I mean, listen, I like Denver. Denver plays good basketball. I love teams that play good basketball. Jokic is averaging 27, 12, and 10. His last 2 games, he has 36 assists with 2 turnovers. 36 assists, 2 turnovers from a center. That's amazing. I watched the Mavericks game where he had 23 points, 21 rebounds, and 19 assists. That's like you talk about a center doing this. If he finishes this year leading the league in rebounds and assists, he'd be the first person to do it since Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain did it in 67, 68. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 23 rebounds and 8 assists. 23 rebounds and 8 assists. I don't think we give Wilt enough credit. Like 23 rebounds and 8 assists. And people will say, oh, he was the one of his kind. He was the only 7-footer back then. That's how they're going to feel about Wemby. When Wemby walks away from this, right? Let's say Wemby walks away, he gets like 7 championships, right? He get like 7 championships over his career. They're going to be like, oh, he was 7'5", though.
You see, the thing is, with Wemby, we're actually seeing it. So we're seeing people are going to live to see the impact of Wemby. People are going to be able to go back and watch his highlights.
True.
Ain't nobody saw Wilt, bro.
Nobody, listen, people see Wilt. They just didn't see the 100 points.
Nah.
They didn't see the 100 points. But here's the thing with Wemby, right? I always say this. I always say people don't want to follow players or not inspire or don't give players enough credit who they can't mimic. if you can't mimic Wemby, it's not going to be in everybody's favor. You get what I'm saying? Like we could mimic Jordan a little bit. Maybe we couldn't do things at his level, but we all faded away before. We all try to walk around, jump with a tongue out. We try to do that, you know. But Steph, like guys like Steph Curry, you can mimic Steph. We can shoot threes. Dame Lillard, we can do this after hitting the three. We can celebrate after hitting the three. But Magic Johnson is kind of challenging at that point.
Now you think is because all the players you named, they got iconic moments or they got iconic signatures.
Right.
You think if Wemby is able to come up with an iconic signature that young kids can mimic, like for example, if he has his own version of a step back, like the LeBron 3.
Right.
He
Oh yeah,
lifts up
yeah.
the ball.
Okay, yeah.
Like
I mean, I think it'll come over time. I think right now he's so young, he's focusing on winning. He's focusing on getting championship. You know, Spurs is championship culture, and they haven't won a championship in a long time.
But if he does come up with something like that, is that going to help?
That can help.
His case, you know what I'm saying?
That can help if it's cool. If it's cool, if it has like a thing where like, oh, I'm gonna do the Wemby. Yeah, kids will do it. Kids will do the Wemby.
That sounds nasty, bro.
The Wemby? I don't know what he gonna do. He's just so tall and lanky. So it's like, I understand it, but at the end of the day, you looking at it like you got to be marketable for people to carry your name. Jordan was marketable, bro. The style, the flair, I thought about this the other day. You think about Jordan sneakers, right? He's the only person who can really get away with turning basketball shoes into low tops. Like the low top ones, then you throw somebody, then you throw Off-White on them, you throw Travis Scott on them. You know what I mean? He the only one to get around. I don't want to see the low LeBrons. I don't want to see LeBrons in a low top, you know? So because Jordan was the first of his kind, but he also had the flair, the style to go with everything, you know? I don't think we'll ever see something like that again, you know? But it really depends, man. It depends on where his career goes. But again, he's the MVP this year. I know I had Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was up there for me. He definitely tugged the Celtics along the way while Jason Tatum was out. He's averaging 31 points. But, you know, his team not better than any of the teams on the West. Like, I don't see the Celtics beating OKC in a 7-game series. I don't think they could beat the Spurs in a 7-game series. They'll battle with the Lakers, and they may battle with the Nuggets. I think they'll battle with the Nuggets too. But I don't think they beat those top two teams.
Now you gotta keep in mind though, the Celtics, that's a team that's been at the top before. That's a team that won the championship.
Yeah.
So I
they
feel
beat the
like,
Mavericks though.
Yeah, but they still got there.
They beat Kyrie and Luka Doncic.
But they still
and
got
Luka and you talking about a place who didn't play no defense.
Nah,
they OKC gonna run them out of the gym, bro.
Nah, you see, it's easy to say now because it's a regular season. But I feel like if they were to meet in the finals, I feel like it will be because bro, the Pacers took OKC to Game 7.
The Pacers took OKC to Game 7.
Don't get it messed up, bro. OKC they could get beat, bro. Denver took them to a Game 7. Pacers took it to a Game 7. So there's teams out there that could beat them, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're not this like unstoppable.
I know. I'm not saying they're unstoppable. I'm just saying the Celtics ain't gonna win. Like, I'm not saying that. I just think that I don't care. I think the Celtics can get to the finals. I think the Celtics can get past the Knicks. I do have faith. I think Jaylen Brown did a good job this year. You know, if he does win MVP, he'd be the first player to win MVP from the Eastern Conference since 2022-23 season, Joel Embiid. So, but I just don't see him. He's not having a better. He don't have a better case than Luka, the Joker, Wemby.
All the other guys.
Yeah, man. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Let me know. Put it in the comments. Do you think Jaylen Brown has a case? Who's your MVP?